Microsoft SQL Server has always been a titan of the database industry. And as more Java applications move into the Azure cloud and Microsoft makes more and more inroads as a Java Oracle partner, well, more and more people are using JDBC to connect to Microsoft SQL Server databases. And that's what I want to show you how to do in this tutorial. If you just give me a few minutes of your time, I'm going to show you how to connect to a Microsoft SQL Server database. I'm going to show you how to get the appropriate drivers to make that happen. I'm going to show you how to formulate a JDBC URL. I'm going to show you how to do creates, read, updates, and deletes. And if you stick around to the end, I'll even show you how easy it is to create a connection pool using the Hikari connection pool components that heavyweight frameworks like Spring Boot actually use. But getting that JDBC URL set up and configuring those dependencies so that we have access to the JDBC driver for Microsoft SQL Server, that is what we're going to do next. If you want to do JDBC with Microsoft SQL Server, the first thing you got to do is start up Microsoft SQL Server. Well, I guess you got to install it. I've got a tutorial on how to install Microsoft SQL Server. One of the things I did when I set it up was I made sure that encryption could be optional when you log in. That's going to make life a lot easier for us when we start doing development. Something else that's going to make us a lot easier. I'm going to go into properties of this installation, and I'm going to highlight security. You'll notice that SQL Server and Windows authentication mode is enabled. That's going to allow the JDBC connection URL to work with a username and a password. The other thing, the actual user that I'm going to log in with is the SA account. What's that? The system account, the super user account. Make sure that that SA account is enabled. If it's not, you're going to run into a world of hurt. Now, I'm going to be working on a to-do database, so I'm going to create that to-do database right here. As far as creating tables in there, well, that's something I'm actually going to do through code. But to set things up, you do need that to-do database enabled. Don't worry, it doesn't need any tables. We're going to use some JDBC to create them, and that's going to prove that JDBC, our JDBC connection, and all of our configuration works swimmingly.